y'all can walk. Oh shit, she had the Heisman on her ass. Oh shit. Lean with it, rock with it. The zombies. Mr. Lee, what's wrong with them?
I don't know, but it's looking good.
Look, hey, Solomon, what's wrong with him, Solomon?
Yoda, boy.
Smile for the camera. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, she can't even respond. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? No, we going viral today, boy. What that is, y'all, on that Scooby-Doo pop pop? No. Hey, boy, standing ovation. What the fuck? Y'all both pumping gas? Hey.
What is that clip?
That's a good one, huh?
Yes, I think that was a good one to start for our show. Hello, everyone. This is Andreas Pop Culture Guy here. I'm taking over this moderation right now with this show because Jeff just
You're not
lost
taking
it.
over.
Yes, I'm taking over the universe.
This is our 1 year anniversary show for the MCU'S Bleeding Edge Report. I think we're off by like a couple of weeks for hitting a year. I think we're off by a couple of weeks because I think that the last time I went to the YouTube channel, we did a couple of shows like over a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like to start the Monday shows off. But we're celebrating our MCU'S Bleeding Edge Report, folks, which is our Monday shows that we do here on the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. And of course, Andre's Pop Culture Guy is my special guest co-host, and I am Jeff S, aka TrueKnowledge. And somebody's bothering me on Facebook. That intro was a little crackhead special. You know how we like to do over here on the MCU'S Bleeding Edge. So before we do your top 10 Avengers, Andreas, I'm going to play a clip of us covering something on Monday night, like a while back.
Sure. Let's see. Here we go.
Including messages in which Major seemingly attempted to persuade Jabari against going to the hospital following a head injury, and a message in which Major threatened suicide. Okay. Well, I would too if I made. No, I wouldn't do that. But in the audio recordings, Majors tells Jabari that she needs to act like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama. What? All right, this is a little bit, yeah. Because he's a great man who's doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and the world. Okay, well, this is getting interesting. What'd you find?
The Variety leak has it and shows you all the text right there.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to read any more of this? Do you want to do any more of this article?
Nah. I mean, I feel like it was bound to happen. He was going to be guilty. It's like there's no way out of. I mean, I just
why? Just because of the fact that it kept on going on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, like I mean, when did this happen? Like it happened
a long time ago, and that's what I tried to tell you before. Is that it makes no sense. This is what I'm telling you. There's going to be backlash. It's multiple YouTubers that aren't legal experts, but know more about the legal system than I do. That I've watched other videos have flat out said. And I watched some news about this too that was on YouTube, actual clips of the news talking about this. Brother Andres, the actual media that's covered this, they literally don't believe the woman. They never have. They've said that she's suspect the entire time. All the media stuff I've seen where it's been actual news covering this story, they've all said that the whole situation is bizarre and that nobody understands why the judge on the case has even allowed everything to go as long as it has, and allowed the DA to continue to let her change her story, then adjust the charges in court against him to lower them over and over again, almost like they're out to get him.
I mean, that's a huge. I mean, don't know. It's one of those.
Andreas, did you put a dick in my mouth that night or something? Like what happened to me that night?
Fuck you. I very weird. I thought you were gonna put like a funny clip. What kind of clip was that, sir?
That was just a random clip from one of our shows, like a long time ago when Jonathan Majors got taken down.
Yeah, I think you were too serious about the news, and I was like, okay, I mean,
I didn't say that these were all going to be funny.
What? Oh my god! Next time you had to tell me heads up. I was like, Andreas, it's gonna be serious. I'm serious.
It's not going to be serious. That's the clip I got. So I'm sorry, but that's what I got for the clip.
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna go and go back and rewatch the shows or whatever, so I can get the perfect timing or some shit. So we covered Dead City to start off.
Yeah.
And I found that episode of that missing episode, and I put it out in our podcast. So we have it on our podcast form. I found the missing episode, and so our podcast has been actually doing really good lately. We've been getting a lot of like crazy days where we've been getting a ton of plays. Like out of nowhere, we'll just get like 480 plays out of nowhere, like one day, and then then a week later, it's like 289 plays, one day, We just had yesterday. We had like 226 plays on our podcast. So we appreciate everybody out there that catches us in the podcast form. There are people out there that support us through the podcast. That like to listen to us through podcast form. I listen to us every once in a while through podcast.
Okay.
Just to like see what it sounds like. You know what I mean? Because I'm putting the episodes up every week. You know what I'm saying? Well, not every week, but like I'm putting them up. All the shows that go on every week at the Bleeding Edge, I'm putting them up, right? So they're out there. So of course, every once in a while, I do listen just to see what it sounds like and make sure the audio quality sounds good. Yeah, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense. No, yeah. I mean, sometimes our audience always find us either in like YouTube Live or in the podcast like realm, like Apple, podcast or whatever podcast instinct that you guys find us. It's always reliable.
Most of our podcast traffic is through Spotify.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to try Spotify. I heard it's pretty good.
And then we do Apple, and we're on everything.
Yeah. I got that to say about that clip. I mean, I barely remember that clip.
You didn't have to say anything about it. You didn't have to say anything about it. It's just a clip from one of our old shows. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just think about the time of like the show. You know what I mean? Like don't focus on the content. Focus on looking back. You know what I mean? Like to that time period.
I don't know. Man, it's crazy. It's been like a year. Like
over a year.
Yeah,
we started with Dead City.
Yeah.
And then we did Daryl Dixon, and we did Loki at the same time.
Yes, that was good.
And those are some of our highest played podcast episodes. Are some of those Loki re-reviews with Daryl Dixon?
Ooh. Okay. Wait. So, question: we did those like together. The Daryl Dixon and the season. Wow. Okay. Yeah. See, that was really cool. We need to start doing that.
It gave me a reason to go back and rewatch Loki again. You know what I'm saying? That was cool. I enjoyed that.
Same here.
I thought that was cool because that was the first time I watched it since we reviewed it the first time on the Bleeding Edge.
Yeah, same here.
You know what I mean?
Same here for my other channel. Yeah.
So we got to do Falcon and the Winter Soldier when we get done with Penguin and Daryl Dixon and everything.
Yeah. Because I say we should do it around January before the February because
we're gonna run out of stuff to cover before January.
Yeah. So we have to do either that month because it's good because the next month is the fourth film coming out in February.
Either that or we could do the Snyder cut.
Oh yeah, we did throw that out. Yeah,
Yeah, we do the Snyder Cut for a month. 4 shows. 1 show per chapter.
Per chapter. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we need to do more DC stuff, because we're gonna review, the Waller show. We're gonna review. I mean, we're gonna review the Penguin, of course, but yeah,
I think we're a ways away from the Waller show.
yeah. I don't know, like, I don't know what's our
we'll probably get the Green Lantern show before we get the Waller show.
yeah.
Did you hear
yeah.
that they might cast Josh Brolin as Hal Jordan?
Yes, I don't know why people are complaining about. So, like, this is a good way to discuss this. Like, come on, Josh Brolin is a great actor. I don't mind him to be Hal Jordan. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Hal Jordan. I think he's a great actor. He played Thanos, and he was great there. I mean, come on, he made so many movies. I mean, No Country Old Man, the Doom films. Come on, he's great in there, and of course, The Goonies, True Grit, American Gangster. He's a fantastic actor. I don't know why people complain about his like. Yes, he's going to be older Hal Jordan, but I think maybe there is a purpose for Hal Jordan to be older. I mean, we're getting Guy Gardner and Superman Legacy, and I mean, I don't know. I think we should trust James Gunn's decision here, but he's no longer in the running. So, I mean, what else are we gonna say?
Well, I like it.
Okay.
I don't see why Josh Brolin can't play Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
I personally, I think the only reason that came out is because it's just to drive attention to DC, the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really all I think that's about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the WNBA. It's like that Caitlin Clark chick, right? Like, she's so popular in the WNBA, they slap her on anything that they make for the WNBA, and they just add Caitlin Clark's name to it, and it like pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets views. You know what I mean? Like, for the WNBA, it's the same kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Just try to get the fans up, get the YouTubers going, get the engine going. Get people talking about DC casting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, I get it because we are going to see Hal and Jon Stewart. See, I'm more curious about the Jon Stewart casting than the Hal Jordan ones. Like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. One thing we can say, I'm happy we're getting news for the Lanterns. I mean, we got the writers, so the casting is going to be a big deal, and we don't know if Guy Gardner is going to cross over to the Lanterns show. But
so
either can.
Eventually, when they get to phase 2 of the whole Gunn Safran deal or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they're going to do a Wonder Woman, and Justice League is going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I just think they're taking their time, which is totally fine. I think they, you want to build the Justice League right, because that was the huge mistake with the whole DCU is just they rush so quickly to the, the team up and not carefully build up to it. Now, I say this before from a DC. Emanation review that you can start the Justice League film and then spawn off the characters, but if you want to copy Marvel Studios and their lead up, then that's fine. Like, it still works. Like, give us the solo projects first, and then you go to the crossover. It's like it's not hard. Just take your time. Don't rush it.
We still have the Batman 2 coming out.
Oh yes, there's been mention confirmed. So Matt Reeves say that first off, the Penguin is going to return for part 2, so that's been confirmed. We don't know yet if Catwoman is going to return or the Riddler, all that. We'll see about that. But we know that it's going to be in the winter. Now, part 2 is going to be set in the winter, and so that could be maybe an indication of Mr. Freeze. I don't know, but I have high hopes high expectation we get Mr. Freeze for part 2. But I mean, we're gonna get this in 2026. He said the script is almost done. They're taking a little break.
The Batman was 3 hours and 45 minutes long.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm a Batman fan.
3 hours and 45 minutes long.
Excuse me, sir. Look, if you're a Batman fan, take the 3 hours. I enjoy it. I love it. I want 3 hours of Batman stuff.
They could have taken 45 minutes of that movie out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
The third part of the film, the final third of the film was so long. You know what I'm saying? So fucking long, right? Like the scenes where he was with the flood and all that shit, and like all that crap. That shit went on forever, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
well, what about those like Riddler copycats? Him jump.
I'm surprised I didn't die during watching that movie. Holy fuck!
You didn't die watching.
I didn't even realize it was. I don't think I even knew it was that long when I first went to watch it. I don't think I even knew it was that long.
I mean, that's the impressive part. You didn't know? That's the good job on the Batman. Anyway, I
watched. I stayed all the way through.
Yeah, I saw this film. I saw this film twice when it was released in theaters. I love it. It was fantastic. I just love the visual. Gotham City. I really enjoyed the performances, like the Penguin. I mean, Colin Farrell was amazing. So excited that his spinoff is this week. I'm like, oh, I can't believe it's happening. Like he was the best part about that film. And it's great to see another Batman villain to shine besides the Joker, So
I don't want to think about the Penguin series, to be honest with you. I wish I had like a Penguin trailer here or whatever. I can grab one during the show.
Yeah,
you can grab one for me.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you want me to do that, I could do that.
You could grab the Penguin trailer for me.
Yeah,
because I really have no idea what to expect other than like a mafia style crime drama type show. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm assuming it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
So,
a bit of psychological, like crazy stuff, probably. With the chick and the mom thing with the Penguin. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, I mean, like it's better than half of the MCU shows we got. I feel like this is gonna be.
I'm excited for Daryl Dixon. I can't believe Daryl Dixon season 2 is coming out already.
Yes, I'm very excited for Daryl Dixon too. I mean, I'm excited for Carol coming back. So, I mean, at least that is happening, which is great.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, 2 weeks. Question: how excited are you for Africa? Because we're gonna view it.
I'm worried about it, to be honest with you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm worried about it, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Then what 9 episodes of it? Like what's his name is making it. You know what I'm saying? Shackman or whatever. Shackman. Dodger, stop! I'm not getting you water or whatever right now. No. The fuck,
Dodger.
Seriously, piss off.
Yeah.
That's right, folks. Animal abuse on the Bleeding Edge Report.
Oh my god! Don't do that. You know, one crazy person will like come at you and it's like, don't hurt that dog. Bam.
Animal abuse.
Oh my god. Oh dear. All right. Well, folks, this is TrueKnowledge handling his pet here, Dodger. No worry, Dodgers. Hang in there.
Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. Dodger, just go. Leave before you get hurt from your friend.
I got nothing for you. I'm busy right now. Bleeding Edge Report business, bitch.
What else?
I'll give you some animal abuse.
Yeah. Oh, if I'm getting the Penguin trailer, I'm done with that. Did you see the new Venom trailer that just popped up this week?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. I gotta say, not excited for the film. The trailer just did nothing for me. It teased a comic book villain from the comic books that like okay, but they're not gonna do it justice. Apparently, Norman Reedus is gonna play that character. Apparently, but I don't know. If that's true.
Venom 2 was garbage. It was hot garbage.
Yeah, yep, it was.
Venom 2 was garbage, bro. I'm telling you right now, folks. I would not. You probably should not pay to see Venom 3. Like, let me and Andres go pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go watch it, and then you can hear about how bad it is from us. We'll tell you about it.
Yeah,
how terrible it is.
I slept half the film because my allergies were so bad, so I didn't have a chance to see it properly when I saw it in theaters. I was so sick. I was like I don't remember half the film. It's like, thank goodness.
You want to remember.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to remember. I just saw like the beginning and then just the end. That's it. The middle part, I just did not care. Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna send the trailer to you in your Gmail because that's the only way I can do that.
Check this out. You see the people looking at that fucking guy?
Yes. What is that? Come on.
That was some crackhead guy.
Oh really? Okay. I'm a little stunned. That's all I have to say.
He had his head through the hole in the shopping cart.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm speechless, folks. I have no response to that clip. It's like, oh, okay. He's like his head is up. Like, okay, I've seen better clips than that, sir. You need to do better than that.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I sent you the trailer. So whenever you want to do that.
Oh yeah, where'd you send it to me?
Yep, Gmail. MC Bleeding Edge, sure.
Oh, you gotta send it to me on Gmail. Put it right here on StreamYard. Just use StreamYard.
Well, this is your streamer. I cannot do it. Like, I only could comment in the chats and the comments. That's it.
That's it?
I don't. Remember, if it's my StreamYard, I can do that. But this is your StreamYard. You can do it in your other side.
Oh, it won't let you like go and it won't let you hit present and put the video file in there.
Nope, and nope. That's how it works, sir. This is your StreamYard. This is your baby. This is how you operate. So
whatever.
You know, I'm helping you here. All right, I'm just telling you the truth, and that's all you have to say. Whatever. All right, fine.
I got the Transformers 1 trailer. How about that?
All right, do it. I don't care. I mean, the movie's coming out.
See what you think about that shit. Transformers 1, baby. Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, my babe.
Brian Tyree.
So, how long do you think we'll be here? I'm not talking to him. You know what? We are.
Yeah. Hearing good things about this movie. It's getting good reviews, so that's a good sign. So yeah, I'm hearing really good things about the visuals. They're saying that it's very much Spider-Verse visuals, so that's good.
I'm gonna drop acid and go watch it so I can get the real visual.
No, this is not the 70s. This is not 2001 is Space Odyssey.
I'm gonna take a bag of mushrooms and then go watch Transformers 1.
Oh my god. Okay, well, if the cops caught you, I'm not gonna. I just stay behind. I'm just like not gonna be involved with this. Have you seen the Michael Bay Transformers films? I'm kind of curious.
I think so.
Okay.
I think I saw all of them.
Okay.
I was talking about to watch them there. I mean, when I used to get all my movies and all my and everything from HBO
Mm.
and you know, and Netflix through the mail. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like those movies were on HBO all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, or they were on TNT, or they were on, like, you know, USA Network. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were always on.
Yeah.
So you could not watch them. You know, is my point. You know, you kind of had to watch the Transformers movies. It was inevitable that you were going to watch them.
Okay.
Was it Mark Wahlberg in the first one?
No, Shia LaBeouf. Mark was in the 4th and 5th.
Oh, okay.
Yes, LaBeouf was in the original trilogy, and then 4 and 5 was like the Mark Wahlberg film.
That was like the reboot.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. Like the Mark films are really bad. Like at least like
I like that one. First of all, with Mark Wahlberg. I like Mark Wahlberg.
what? How you? Well, I actually, to be fair though, H.S. I do enjoy H.S. Extinction. It's not that bad, but I don't know. I don't like his last one. Like the Last Night is so bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't say making good movies now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't believe Michael Bay directed 5 of them. It's like, oh my god, but they made money. Unfortunately.
Yeah, they made money. Didn't a couple of them? Didn't like one or two of them crack the $1 billion mark?
Yes, the 3rd and 4th one. Yeah, the 3rd one, Dark in the Moon, Cross the Billion, and the 4th one you're talking about, the first Mark Wahlberg film, Age of Extinction, did cross the billion mark, and then after that, the Transformers films declined in box office. I mean, Last Night lost some money. Bumblebee, great film. That's my favorite of the live action films. Did well. I mean, because it had a lower budget. Excuse me. And then last year, Rise of the Beast, the new Transformers film, like just was a financial failure because of what was going on last summer with every blockbuster was bombing, and of course that was right after Spider-Verse. So I like it's crazy. So I hope this new Transformers can perform well. So at least we get more good ones.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what else is coming out for the rest of this year in theaters. I'll probably look around and try to grab some trailers next week and see if there's anything new coming out. You know, we'll have Cyber on next week for Penguin, and Dom will be back.
Yes, that's good. Yeah,
we'll have guests again. We're gonna have guests again to worry about all through Penguin.
Yeah, because hopefully we get another Batman expert. But but I'm excited. Like this one thing about DC is like we could get other cool things in the DC universe. And plus I know Matt Reeves said this movie will kind of like hint at what part 2 is going to be, the Batman part 2 when it comes out in 2026. So
I can't believe that movie is not coming out until 2026.
I know, but you have to blame the strike last year because that was the problem. The strike just completely just
so.
up.
What before here? Let me play another clip before you give me your top 10 list of MCU films. You want to know about? You want to know everybody else's picks or whatever? I'll tell you what I can remember.
The intricate details of the Oppenheimer film. I'll say this though. I'll ask you a question now.
Sure.
RDJ is in the film, of course.
Yes.
He's a secondary character, of course, but he has a very prominent role in the film. Mm-hmm. Especially in the latter part, probably the full third of the film, he becomes very visible, right? Almost equal to Cillian Murphy, probably, if anything. If not, maybe even 50-50. But either way, he does a great job too. So I said to the day to my son, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets nominated. Probably just because he's RDJ. Yeah. And think about it, right? They never gave him anything for Iron Man, or what he did with the MCU, right? At that point, I think that the Academy's probably the first chance that they get. They already knew once he finally got in the right film and whatnot and killed it and was due, then they were gonna he's got to get at least get nominated.
Yeah, it's been a while since Tropic Thunder. He's been nominated since 13 years, or what? 15 years.
I didn't even realize he got nominated for Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, he did. That's another, like we talked about in our spoiler cast of the Tropic Thunder. He was nominated for that, but he, unfortunately, it was the year when he passed away, and so he lost it was in the Best Supporting Actor award, and that was Heat.
Wow,
it was locked. So yeah, so
that was the same year. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's 2008. Tropic Thunder. It was in August. It was like a month after Dark Knight was released.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, I did not realize that.
Yeah, that's why it's like R.A.D. comeback was huge. He had Iron Man in May. August was Tropic Thunder, and that was his Oscar nomination.
Shit! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah.
No, I'll tell you. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that. I really, really liked a lot of the stuff that Matthew McConaughey did when he really came back. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I love that. That's my favorite scene. Just talk about crazy 15 years. Last year, Tropic Thunder.
1 year.
2008.
Tropic Thunder, but I'm saying, but a year ago, Oppenheimer was out.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Oppenheimer was last year. It's just crazy. And it's funny that what's funny? The fact that Robert Downey Jr. worked with Christopher Nolan, and both of them were the pioneer of making the comic book movies to be legit in 2008. So it's funny they worked together last year, and guess what? They got their awards. Like Christopher Nolan won for Best Director, and he won for Best Supporting Actor. So, oh my god, so crazy that that movie won so many Oscars. Like I was so happy that Oppenheimer won so many awards. That was good times. That's my favorite clip. Actually, it's just like I was being TrueKnowledge here. Andreas, the TrueKnowledge himself, teaching Jeff the history of movies, and I think that made my day. Oh, I love that.
All right, give me your top 10 MCU list.
Okay. Well, folks, I wanted to be in the top 10 film, MCU films of video from Saturday, but unfortunately I wasn't there. So I have my list here. So let me start here, and be interesting to hear you and the others list. Number 10, I have Iron Man 3. I love Iron Man 3. Yes, I was a little angry about the Mandarin twist, but later on, when I got into Shane Black's filmography, like I seen Lethal Weapon films, I seen, Kiss Kiss Bam Bam, and Nice Guys, great film from him. I appreciate more of this film as this great political thriller, that's invading Jack Ryan and like, or Casely Brown, or kind of thrillers back in the 90s, and it's a Christmas film. I think it's one of the most creative and most thrilling MCU films we have gotten, and the twist, I'm less less harsh on the twist now that we got Trevor back from the MCU. So at my number 10, I think there could have been things they could have done better, like was it Rebecca Hall's character, Maya Hansen, should have had a bigger role. Like, she's a great actress, but she barely has stuff to do in that film. And Guy Pearce as the main villain is okay, but he's just another business suit villain, which is not surprising with an Iron Man film. And then what else? Just some of our characters take a back seat, like in terms of Pepper and Rhodey does take a back seat, but like they have great moments when they're in the screen. But yeah, Iron Man 3 is at number 10. Does anyone have Iron Man 3 in their list when they did theirs?
No.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm not surprised. As an Iron Man fan, that's why I put Iron Man 3. I thought it was better than Iron Man 2, so that's what I have to say.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, number 9. So I have Black Widow. I don't care what everyone says. I think Black Widow is a better female superhero film. I mean, this is better than Captain Marvel. The first two acts is amazing. It's one of the great action, like thriller films. It has really great hand to hand combat. It doesn't reach Winter Soldier level, but it comes near that. Um, the supporting cast is amazing. I love them. I mean, look, we all love Florence Pugh, and this movie just shows you how good she is. And I like the sister like relationship that she and Scarlett Johansson have, and I think she's the best thing that has happened in the MCU Phase 4, and she's gonna be great in Phase 5 when we get to the Thunderbolts. So, like, you need to thank for this film. And yes, there's the weak points. Taskmaster is bad, horrible. I mean, Dreykov, the other villain, is like so bland. Like, I get that. The whole third act with the Heller, the sky thing, it's really bad. But overall, it's a good action film. It's action packed, great funny moments. There's funny moments I enjoy. I mean, Dave Harper is so funny in this film. Like, I love the lines where it's like, Natasha, does Captain America talk about me? Me and him and his, geopolitical battle we have. And it's like, what are you talking about? You haven't met Captain America. He's been frozen before you were a super soldier. It's just, Dave Harper is funny. I really love Rachel Wright's character, Belinda. I wish she had more to do. Hopefully she gets more to do in later MCU films. But yeah, it's number 9. Did anyone have Black Widow in their list?
No, I mentioned it, but I didn't put it in my top 10.
Okay. Yeah. I know that the third act is something that people will put it down, and I don't blame them. But I think this is the better like MCU female led projects, and in general superhero films. Like, at least it has good fight sequence, and it has better characters interaction. Number 7. This is the new movie we have. This is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Number 8. Number 8.
I'm sorry. Number 8. I'm sorry, folks. I'm jumping the gun here. I'm so excited. Anyway, number 8. The Avengers, the original. It was a big deal to see all these characters put together. I mean, I know it's old talk, but look, it was a big deal to see this multiple franchise put into one film. Was never heard of. I mean, except for the Universal monsters, but not the extent like this. And it paid off. I seen every Phase 1 film I saw. Like, I saw Iron Man in theaters, Incredible Hulk in theaters, Iron Man 2 in theaters, the Thor in theater, and Captain America First Avenger in theater. I saw every Phase 1. So when this came out, I was like, I'm ready, baby. And like, it's one of the best superhero films of all time. Not like, it's not in my top ranking of superhero films, but it's one of the most important films ever to come out. It helped legitimize, like, finally the superhero films as a major blockbuster, and this film is so important. I just love everything. As an Iron Man fan, this is the best Tony Stark performance from Robert Downey Jr. After the first Iron Man film, he gets better in Iron Man 3, Civil War, and of course the Infinity War saga. But I think this is his best performance. I mean, his interaction with Chris Evans' Captain America is great. It sets up the yin and yang of their relationship and their rivalry before Civil War came to be. And the Hulk fan. I'm a Hulk fan. We got Mark Ruffalo. I don't know. You guys talk about this, but for me, I love the Hulk, and I thought Joss Whedon did a really good job of handling the Hulk here. This was the first time we had a great Hulk here that was dark and psychological, but then at the same time, he was fun to see in screens and to smash things. Like, it was so cool for him to smash, every alien and, ships and all that. I was so happy as a Hulk fan. I felt like this was finally, they nailed the Hulk right, because let's be honest, I like the Incredible Hulk film, but it wasn't for everyone, and it didn't deliver what the Hulk could do, and Loki, last thing to wrap up, Loki is a great villain. I love Tom Hiddleston, and I think this is where a lot of people like Loki here. He was great as a villain. His relationship with Thor is really great. Very important part in the Thor trilogy, the original. After he gets killed in Infinity War, then before the Loki series. Just weak points. Hawkeye is loose. Hawkeye is very loose, useless in the film. He doesn't get much to do. He's just brainwashed the whole film. But it's really sad because Jeremy Renner is a great actor, but he gets better material later on in the MCU. Some of the dialogue is just very corny, very campy, but that's typical Joss Whedon writing. And the middle act, it's so slow. When we're in the helicarrier, that's where the movie kind of is very slow, and it's like, okay, come on, pick up the pace, and that's where the Battle of New York it makes the film much better. But yeah, great team up film. There's one team that I thought is better than the Avengers, but we'll get to that. Anyone have the Avengers in their list? The first one?
Much higher up.
Oh yeah,
I had it number 3.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. I mean I love the Avengers. There's other better films that kind of rivals it in terms of storytelling.
We talked all this out. I mean, it's beaten path for me. You know what I'm saying? I did it already. You know what I mean? Round to round to round. Going around talking about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm happy to listen to your take, but as far as I go, I don't really have much to offer. Because like I said, I did this already, folks. A couple weeks ago. I didn't do that last Marvel show. I saved it for another night because there weren't that many people that joined to do it.
Okay.
So I held it off and decided to wait until another Saturday night to do it, because it's just a ranking show of all the top 6 MCU films coming out this year and next year and everything. That's all it is.
Okay.
So it can be put off, you know what I mean? But go ahead and finish your list. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just spoiled this. 7 is Deadpool Wolverine. That's the most recent film. This is the only Phase 5 film I have in this. This is the only film I really like. I mean, I'm a huge X-Men fan. I know the Fox films were very inconsistent, but when they were good, they were good. And I think Deadpool Wolverine shows this is what the Fox film were really good at. Great characters and a great universe. And look, I love Wolverine. I mean, I grew up watching Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine character. I mean, I seen his trilogy in theaters. I saw Origins Wolverine in the theater. I saw the Wolverine in theater. I saw Logan in theater. He's a great actor, and when I heard he was coming back, I was like, okay. But I was excited for him to team up with Deadpool. Sorry. Of course, I'm not a big fan of Deadpool. I'm not familiar with the character in the comic books, so I didn't see his first film. I saw his sequel in theaters. And yeah, I just love this film. It's definitely my favorite of the multiverse saga films we have. I mean, this beats Doctor Strange 2. I mean, Doctor Strange 2 was just so bad. This is what Doctor Strange 2 should have been. When we saw spoilers, so you haven't seen it. When I saw Blade coming out, I was like, "Get the F out of here! Get the fuck out of here!" Blade was in this film. I was like, "Whoa!" And then we got Jenny Tatum, Gambit here, and then of course Elektra, which we know it was already spoiled. But see them be a team when they got into Nova, Casanova hideout. And seeing that with X-23 and they see that group, I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" And they delivered that. And this film had really great emotional moments, Hugh. Of course, this moment when Hugh Jackman finds out, Wolverine finds out that Wade lied to him, that he doesn't know if he could get his universe back to restore, and then he has this great monologue of him, this is the best joke ever because you cannot die. It's such a great moment. It shows you why Hugh Jackman is a great Wolverine for so many years. And then of course that end of the monologue, Deadpool say, "I'm gonna fight you now," and he laughs, and then bam, that's in the car scene, and fantastic. And I don't know if you guys did. I mean, it was really cool. They did that clip show of like the
One or two people picked Deadpool and Wolverine. I think maybe one or two people picked it,
Oh,
but,
really?
but
Okay.
not that high up.
No, it's number 7. I have some problems with it. I, I mean, look, these films are comedy films, the Deadpool films. It's always going to be like not too serious about their plots. I mean, and the like this is with the sequel, like the way they use Vanessa, played by Monica uh American, or she's a great actress, and she was great in the first Deadpool. I never liked after the sequel they used her as a MacGuffin and a plot, and here it's like they did it again, and like the stakes. The stakes were high, and I believed them, but some of it was kind of iffy because we haven't seen why Wade retire and all that, because it was all behind. Like it was before the movie start. We see Wade retiring as a mercenary. Like that part really icked me, but it's still a fantastic film. Very phenomenal. Very happy for its success. Hopefully it gets a lot of radar film MCU projects off the ground, like Blade. Hopefully, my favorite joke, from this movie was when Deadpool came to the camera and he's like, "Fuck you, Fox! I'm going to Disneyland." And smash his head into the camera. I was like, best movie moment ever. And yeah, I just love it. And if anyone didn't see the chant, I actually saw this film in Greece with my mom, so it was really cool that I got to see this in another country, just like Fast X last year in London. But yeah, I love this movie. I'm an X-Men fan. I thought this delivered. And yeah, that's all I have to say. We'll move on. Do you have this in your list, Jeff?
No.
Or no?
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
No,
So now,
my number 7 film was Ragnarok.
okay, Ragnarok was in my list, at number 8, but but I decided to get rid of it because of Love and Thunder. I was like, sorry, sir, but Love and Thunder destroy you. So I don't care about the story films. Anyway, yeah, and then I used to have Spider-Man: Homecoming at my number 9, but then I'm sorry.
I had Spider-Man: Homecoming at number 9.
Oh yeah, okay. I I I wish to keep it, but then I did it just like I don't like the Tom Holland trilogy. I just think they could have done better with No Way Home and Far From Home. So I like Homecoming. It's definitely my favorite of the Holland trilogy. But yeah.
I like it. I liked it best out of the trilogy myself.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so I had to cut it out for Black Widow because I really like Black Widow as a character.
Number six, I had Age of Ultron.
Oh really? Okay. That's cool. That's good. I like Age of Ultron. There's things I like about Age of Ultron. I mean, the party sequence, Vision. I mean, I love Vision, and the Hulkbuster. I mean, I love that scene. Yeah, my number 6 is actually a Avengers film. That's Infinity War. That's my number 6. I like the first one and this film in the Avengers saga. Age of Ultron, I would say, is my third favorite because my least favorite is Endgame. I'm sorry, I don't like Endgame. It's just, I don't know. There's just certain things they could have done better, like the tendril thing and that. But yeah, so Infinity War, I thought it was the best crossover. I really liked the character interactions in the film. So meaning like I really liked the Doctor Strange and Iron Man interactions. I thought the action scenes were very creative. I mean, come on, like when Doctor Strange did the multiple hands when he, when Doctor Strange versus Thanos in the Titan, that's really great. So iconic. I love that. Wakanda, the Battle of Wakanda is really great. Really love that. Just seeing more Black Panther stuff was really great. So this film really delivered that. Thanos himself, I didn't know what to expect Thanos. I think Josh Brolin, we discussed him earlier today in this live stream, and Josh Brolin is a great actor. I think he was a great pick for Thanos, and he really made this character his own. He's definitely a top tier MCU villain. but yeah, the reason it's not number six, there's just several things that's put doesn't put it high for me. First off, I don't like the Russo Brothers handling of Hulk, like especially Endgame. Like that's the reason I don't like it. It's just the way they handle the Hulk. It's just like what you're doing here. Like it annoys me that they had a concept art showing the Hulk coming out from the Hulkbuster. It's like why didn't took that chance? That could have been an epic moment. So yeah, I'm just pissed off, and there's just several things they did that it was kind of convenient, like like it was not in the film. So but yeah, it's at number six. I just there were several character missteps they did, and then some jokes I was like I didn't care for, but overall it's my favorite of the Avenger saga. So it's at number six. If anyone is in your list, besides I know Age of Ultron 6, but
Oh, Infinity War. I had it as my number 2.
oh, cool, awesome, yeah, yeah. Okay, so now we get into the big ones. Number 5, the first Guardians of the Galaxy. That's my fifth favorite MCU film. I like the trilogy. I think the trilogy of the Guardians is like the best in the MCU. I I had Volume 2 like a long time ago in my like what 7 or 8 spot, but I moved it down when I put Thor 3 a long time ago in 7th spot, whatever.
I think Aston picked it one time
Oh yeah,
in his top 10. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I I mean, the Guardians films are great, but I think the first one is still the best for me. I love the soundtrack is the best here. The film structure is like very clean. Like it's not too long. Like that's the thing. The sequels get so long, and there's like moments in there's like it drags too long, and it's like typical sequel thing, right? Here's like it's 2 hours, whatever, like 10 or 15 minutes. It's good hour for us to spend our time with the characters. Great action scenes. First time seeing like a big cosmic film. Like it was the Star Wars for superhero films, and it delivered that. And it had a heart, which I like. Like Peter Quill was a great character to see. He was like the new Han Solo for this generation. Uh, and it speaks to me now, especially now my dad passed away. Like, just like the mother for Quill, like it spoke to me now. I saw this with my dad too in theaters, so I have a personal connection with this film now. Um, I think it was so surprising in theaters that they made a film that was complete. Like this is a C-list team, and they made them into A-list stars. That's really cool. Now, reasons number 5. There's several things I don't care about that people brought up before. Rowan the Cruiser as the villain is okay. I don't hate him. He's not as bad as Malekith, but I think if we had more time with Rowan, if we had more time with Rowan, I think he could have been a better villain. But again, it's just what they did with him wasn't enough for him to be a great villain. I didn't care so much about Gamora in this film. I like Zoe Saldana as an actress, but I feel like her performance here was okay. I just didn't care about her character. I think the sequels do better with Gamora and Nebula as characters, as sisters, and this is where I appreciate. That's another thing why I like Infinity War, because they did a good job. I think Gamora was the best thing about Infinity War, and like I think later the MCU appearance of the Guardians were much better. So yeah, it's number 5. I know a lot of people had this in their list, right? Like, well, some form. Did anyone have like the first Guardians film in their list?
I had it as number 8.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, good spot there. So, but yeah. So then I go to number 4. I got my number 4. I got Captain America: Civil War. I used to have Winter Soldier at number 6, but then later, like 3 years ago, I switched it to Infinity War. So Civil War is my only Captain America film here, but it's my favorite because I think what is impressive with Civil War, it like balanced so many characters from previous films. Also introducing two new heroes, which that was a big deal, like Black Panther and then of course Spider-Man. Um Iron Man was this film, which that bumps up to my top 4 list, which is great. I love Iron Man. Yeah, it's such a great uh crossover. I mean, it's like Avengers 2.5. Um, I. I just thought I thought everything they did with Civil War was really great. I love the airport sequence, the fight between Iron Man and Captain America was really great. Simo is a great villain. Um, I thought this film was a great entry of the MCU, and this is how you do a superhero fight, like a superhero versus a superhero, where Batman v Superman. Well, that was the fault of Batman v Superman. They were trying too hard, and here Civil War showed how when you have an established universe, this is what you can accomplish when you have a pre-established universe after what, like 6 years now that the MCU was going on back in 2016. So yeah, the reason it's number 4, why it's not high in my list is, there's several things like they don't need in this film. Like, I don't know why they have Sharon Carter here. Like, I mean, I don't mind the actress, but like, I feel like she was just like a nuisance for the plot. Like, she was just there to move along the plot. I don't think you need her in this film. Because let's face it, the MCU doesn't know what to do with her, like, especially in Falcon Winter Soldier. And Simo, I love Simo. He's a great villain. I think they could have done more with him. Like, I wish he had, like, the only thing is I wish he had a mask. Like, I wish he was more comic book Simo, which we kind of got in Falcon with the Soldier, but again. But I think Dan DeVito was a great actor, and I thought he was really great. But yeah, and there's just several things I disagree with Russo Brothers' humor. Like why Spider-Man does the pop culture thing to the like, oh, do you know you've seen Empire Strikes Back? It's like, come on, dude. Everyone's seen Star Wars films. It's like I don't know what Russo Brothers doing with the humor. I never like their take on Spider-Man and his humor. I think the humor and his trilogy are much better, but that's neither there. So it's on number 4. Did anyone have Civil War in their list?
I had it as number 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's number 4 for you?
Avengers Endgame.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, no offense, Endgame. Sorry I bashed you, but just you destroy my Hulk, and you made Thor fat. It's like, come on, dude. Anyway, okay. Then getting to number 3. I still have, and it still hasn't changed, Iron Man. Iron Man, the first Iron Man film. This is the movie that got me into Iron Man. I'm still an Iron Man fan. This is the one that got me into the Marvel universe, comics, and the cinematic universe and all that. I still love this film. It's still a top tier origin film ever. Just Robert Downey Jr.'s performance here is really great. I agree with Jeff. I think he should have been nominated for this performance. I think it's one of the best superhero performances ever. It's just the special effects is awesome. His suit is really amazing. It still looks great after so many years since this film was released. Yeah, it's just a fantastic film. And then something I really appreciate how honest it is, how it updates the Iron Man lore in a good way, not in a bad way. They change it for the sake of the story, which is good. Like, I appreciate they changed Jarvis into AI instead of just going to the butler human form, which we do see in Agent Carter, which is great. But I really appreciate that change. Yeah, and then the way they did the arc reactor is now a thing in the comic books, but before it was very different from the animation and all that. So minor things why he's not in top 2 or 1. I agree with people. I like the Ironmonger villain. First off, I wouldn't say he's a great villain in the comic books, but the way they did it with him here is okay. I love Jeff Bridges. At least he did one thing that did us a favor, is that very great meme. Excuse me. Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scrap. We need to thank Jeff Bridges for that, because he delivered that so wonderfully. but yeah, I don't think the Ironmonger was a very inspiring villain to do. I wish they kept him for a sequel, but oh well. And the third act is okay. I I mean, the first two acts are great, but we have the third act being like a very action kind of film. It is okay, but I mean, come on, we had the I am Iron Man scene, which was really great. So that's my number three. Did anyone have the first Iron Man film?
Yeah, several people did.
Mm, mm. Very cool. Very happy to hear that. I mean, of course you have to have it because it's such an important film. Because I mean, it starts the MCU film. I mean, you cannot leave it out.
Sure. I didn't have it in my top 10.
Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, look, there's better origin stories in the MCU, and like, I mean, I'm an Iron Man fan, so I just put it here because I'm an Iron Man fan. So
A lot of people did put it in their top 10. I didn't put it in mine.
okay. I mean, I didn't put Captain America: First Avenger here, so I mean, I don't want to even like, come on, yeah. So not a big deal. It's just whatever. But yeah, so that's number three. Now going to my number two. So for me, what I like about the MCU films and why I put these two at number two and one, I really enjoyed three things: the family structure, the family focus that the MCU does, like stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy with their family focus is really great. Same thing with Thor, with his relationship with Loki is really great. Which I wish that was more of his trilogy, but luckily we get the focus on Loki. So for these two, that's the focus. That plus how important they expand the universe very well, and so that's why they're in two and one. So number two is Black Panther, the original. Love this film. Love the way they explore family ancestry, the political thriller of it, with the oppression and all that, and plus the hero's journey of becoming the king. That's so good here in this film. Plus, it has my favorite villain of the MCU. That's of course Killmonger. I think Michael B. Jordan was really great. This is the performance that should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Again, but at least this film was nominated for Best Picture and all some of the other accolades that I'm not gonna name, but was earned, which was really great. Yeah, fantastic solo film. We didn't have to deal too much of the Black Panther origin story, which was great. Very sad that Chadwick Boseman is not with us. I think this is such a top tier film. Not to get into the sequel. I don't mind the sequel, but it's very like downgrade from this film, and it's a mid tier film for me. I mean, I just wish they took their time for the sequel, and unfortunately at the time they were rushing things, and that was the problem with the MCU. They were rushing projects all the time. So yeah, but the reason it used to be my number one film, but one film put it down because it did something even better for me. So I guess everyone had Black Panther here, either their bottom or top list, right, Jeff?
Closer to the top.
Closer to the top. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mentioned it, but I didn't have it in my top 10.
Okay. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I like Black Panther. Great film. I mean, thank goodness the hour was great. Like everything was great. I mean, Ryan Coogler did a good job. And yes, there's some cons here. The third act is not good. With the two Black Panther suits and the cave is really bad. Some of the CGI is really bad. But yeah. So okay, let's just get into my number one. And number one is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Okay, so I'm an Iron Man fan. So presumably the reason I put this is because of the Mandarin, Wang Wu. So I was a huge fan of the Mandarin. Great character. Felt that Iron Man 3 betrayed me. And then when I heard about this project, Shang-Chi, in 2019, I was like, okay, this is cool. They're gonna pay off the retcon from Old Hell the King, the short film. And I was not expecting a great film. This is one of the best Phase 4 like origin story project. And to note this, this is the only origin story so far in these phases of the multiverse saga. We haven't had a solo project that is an origin story. Everything has been a sequel. I don't know what's going on with Fantastic Four. That's not going to be an origin story, has been confirmed. So this is the only solo film that's been traditional origin story, and it's really great. I really enjoyed it. I first of the family focus is the big thing that I brought up. Why I put Black Panther top here, and this as well is because the family focus here is so strong and upfront. Love the father son dynamic here. It's really the heart of the film, and seeing how Wamble goes to this darker path because of what he was before, but then meeting Sean's mom, and then finding love and finding purpose in life, and then getting taken from him. It's very sad. I mean, Tony Lon for his first English performance here, really great. And I love Simu Liu, great leading actor. I really like it. He's great. I think his performance here is really great. I think his interaction with Wang Wu is really amazing. I like the sister, Shai Ling. She's great. When she popped up, she was really awesome, very angelic. I wish we had more of her in the film. I wish we got a spin-off for her for the 10 Rings. And I don't mind Aquafina here. I'm not a big fan of her work, but she's hit and miss. But I think her performance here was great. At least it wasn't like over the top, which is good. So I thought she was great. She was used properly in this film, which is good. Wenwu, this is my favorite version of the Mandarin. I was satisfied what they did with the character, changing up. The readings was so creative. That was amazing how they did it. And like just instead of the hands, put it on the wrists, and just like Kung Fu Hustle. Very fantastic redesign of the 10 Rings for this version of the Mandarin. The con, yes, I get the third act is not good with Tylo and the dragon. I get it. I'm not a fan of the dragon thing, the trailer of darkness, whatever you call it. But here's the thing. Out of the Phase 4 projects with what they have their third act problem, this one is much better because at least we have the father son focus in this film and in that third act. Plus, I know Tylo is for a taste, but it is the place where his mother was from, and so I think it's a very emotional part of the film, and I think it makes sense. Plus, we got Michelle Yeoh here. More to do for her, but hopefully we get that more in the sequel. But yeah, this is my personal favorite film. I watched this actually twice in theaters, just like Black Widow. And yeah, and this was my start of 2021 with Jeff with the live stream. So yeah, so that's my number one. Did anyone have Shang-Chi in their list?
No.
Damn you people. Kung Fu. Come on. What more do you even ask for Kung Fu, you fools? And Morris, the little creature with the no head, come on, that's cute. I mean, better than the goats, better than the fucking dog.
That is our 1 year anniversary live stream show. We're gonna plug Mr. Andres Pop Butcher guy out. Andres, I enjoyed listening to your top 10 MCU list. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
It was very enjoyable for me.
Anyway, thank you. It was very interesting to hear your some of your lists as well.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm here today. If anyone paying attention to the MCU channel, our next live stream review is going to be Blazing Saddles, the 1974 film with Gene Wilder, and let me put up the lead actor here. So sorry, I always forget this actor's name. Hold on. Count Base or something. Then I have his name, but yeah. Clement Little is the main link here, so we're gonna do that. Hopefully, Jeff, me, Aston, and Cyber can join next Sunday for Blazing Saddles live stream review. Great comedy film from Mel Brooks. And then I recently posted my trailer for The Dark Knight for his first film. Tomorrow I'm going to do Transformers: Age of Extinction 10th anniversary because we got the new Transformer film. So soon I'll probably do a list for the ranking of Transformer films. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us 1 year anniversary. Happy anniversary, Jeff. I can't believe it.
Happy anniversary,
Yeah.
Andreas.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
folks. We are out of here. We will see you again next Monday for The Penguin, episode 1. Peace.
Peace.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, I got that good. If you just give me $5 in food stamps, I got you. I got you. For real. It's fire. It might burn.